thank you so much for coming out. We've got an appetizer coming up before the main course. 3 openers, the other a cappella groups on campus. So ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Naked Voices!
No, I'm not one to break promises. I don't want to hurt you, but I need to breathe. At the end of it all, you're still my best friend. But there's something inside that I need to release. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Which way is right? Which way is wrong? How do I say that I need to move on? You know we're heading separate ways, and it feels like I am just too close to love you. There's nothing I can really say. I cannot no more. Be true to myself, and it feels like I am just too close to love you. So I'll be on my way. You're giving me more than I can return. There's so much that you deserve. Nothing to say, nothing to do, nothing to give. I must leave without you. You know we're heading separate ways, and it feels like I am just too close to love you. There's nothing I can really say. I can't lie no more. I can't hide no more. I got to be true to myself, and it feels like I am just too close to love you. So I'll be on my way. On my way. And it feels like I am just too close to love you. There's nothing I can really say. I can't hide no more. I can't hide no more. Got to be true to myself, and it feels like I am just too close to love you. So I'll be on my way.
International Women's Day. All my women out there. So what better way to celebrate than with UCSB's only all-female a cappella group, Vocal Motion. So give it up for them, y'all. Looking back on when I was a little happy-headed boy, then my only worry was for Christmas what would be my toy. Even though we sometimes wouldn't get a thing,
all here for a dinner date with intervals. But every good dinner needs a couple of appetizers. So I hope you enjoyed your first two. Next up, you have Beefa.
I was loved to my own devices. Many days fell away with nothing to show, and the walls kept tumbling down in the city that we love. Big clouds rolled over the hills, bringing darkness from above. But if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like nothing's changed at all? And if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like you've been here before? Oh, how am I gonna be an optimist about this? How am I gonna be an optimist about this? We were caught up and lost in all of our vices. In your pose as the dust settled around us, and the walls kept tumbling down in the city that we love. Big clouds rolled over the hills, bringing darkness from above. But if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like nothing changed at all? And if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like you've been here before? Oh, how am I gonna be an optimist about this? How am I gonna be an optimist about this? Oh, where do we begin? The rumble or our sins? Oh, where do we begin? The rumble or our sins? And the walls kept tumbling down in the city that we love. Big clouds rolled over the hills, bringing darkness from above. But if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like nothing's changed at all? And if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like you've been here before? Oh, how am I gonna be an optimist about this? How am I gonna be an optimist about this if you close your eyes? Does it almost feel like you've been here before?
All right. So, thank you guys for coming out. That was the last of the openers. We hope you guys enjoyed tonight's appetizers.
Get ready for the main course.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Ma chère mademoiselle, it is with deepest pride and greatest pleasure that we welcome you tonight. Now, we invite you to rise. Let us pull a chair as the dining room proudly presents your dinner. Be our guest, be our guest, put our service to the test. Tie your napkin around your neck, Shetty, and we'll provide the rest. Soup de jour, that's why we only serve. Try the gray stuff, it's delicious. Don't believe me, ask the dishes. They can sing, they can dance. After all this is France. And a dinner here is never second best. Go on, unfold your menu, take a glance, and then you'll be our guest. We our guest, be our guest. Beef ragout, cheese soufflé, Italian pudding en flambé. We'll prepare and serve a layer of culinary cabaret. You're alone and you're scared when the banquet's all prepared. No one's gloomy or complaining while the blackbirds entertain. They tell jokes, I do jokes with my fellow candlesticks.
And it's all in perfect taste that you can bear.
Come on and lift your glass. You've won your own free pass to be our guest. If you're stressed, it's fine dining we suggest. Be our guest, be our guest, be our guest. Life is so unnerving for a servant who's not serving. She's not home without a soul to wait upon. Those good old days when we were useful. Suddenly, those good old days are gone. Most days we just lay around the castle. And we fat and lazy, you walked in there, oops a daisy, she's our guest. She's our guest. Be our guest. Be our guest. It's been years since we've had anybody here under us. We only can be so deeply funky. While the candlelights are glowing, let us help you, we'll keep going. Course by course, one by one, and we'll sing you up till we digest. Now let's see, be our guest, be our guest, be our guest, please be our
And now for the first part of any nice dinner, water.
Seven.
Waiting for somebody to do that. Hi, everybody. Hi. Welcome to a dinner date with intervals. Oh my gosh, thank you. See, I got nervous because I've never been on a date with an audience before. You guys look great. I put my glasses on so that I could see you better. Listen, I feel like we should, well, I guess we should tell you a little bit about ourselves. We're Intervals a Cappella. Let's see, we do, God, I'm sorry, I'm so awkward. We make our own arrangements. What else do we do? I'm sorry, I just get really nervous at these kinds of things. You guys tell me a bit about yourselves, just all in unison, real quick.
I love you, Spencer.
Hi, I love paper mache.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool! I've always wanted to meet somebody who is those things.
My name is Elgin. Let's go, Sai.
Okay, now I've got a little more confidence. I just want to introduce, we make our own arrangements. That one was mine. You'll see some from Caleb. You'll see some from, well, you already did in B-Bums. You'll see some from Perna and Ari and a bunch of people. We're entirely student run, and it's a whole lot of fun. And I'm very excited for you to be out here. But there's one thing that you've probably noticed that we need to point out. This right here is Skylar Leak. Are those lights on? There we go. She is this amazing person who is in ROTC and is a CSO. So you already know she's a badass, but wait until you hear this. She injured her back recently, and it's real bad right now. And she still came out, and she's still singing every single song in this song. Thank you very much.
Let's go, Skids.
All right, on to the next song.
Hi, Mom.
Came into this world, Daddy's little girl. Daddy made a soldier out of me. Daddy made me dance. Daddy held my hand. Daddy liked his whiskey with his tea. We rode motorcycles, blackjack, classic vinyl, tough girl. It's what I had to be. He said, take care of your mother, watch out for your sister. Oh, that's when he came to me. With his gun and his head held high, he told me not to cry. Oh, my dad said, shoot. Oh, my dad said, shoot. With his right hand on his rifle, he swore it on the Bible. My dad said, shoot. Oh, my dad said, shoot. He held me in his arms. He told me to be strong. He told me when he's gone, he's what to do. When trouble comes to town, men like me come around. My dad said, shoot. Oh, my dad said, shoot. Daddy made me fight. Wasn't always right. But he said, girl, it's your second amendment. He always played it cool. But Daddy was no fool. And right before he died, he said, remember, take care of your mother, watch out for your sister. Oh, that's when he gave to me. Hey, with his gun and his head held high, he told me not to cry. Oh, my dad said shoot. Oh, my dad said shoot. With his right hand on his rifle, he swore it on the Bible. My dad said shoot. Oh, my dad said shoot. Dum ba da dum ba da dum. Dum dum ba da dum ba da da. Dum ba da da. Hey, oh, ooh. My daddy warned me about men like you. He said, baby, girl, he's playing you. He's playing you. My daddy warned me about men like you. He said, baby, girl, he's playing you. Oh, when trouble comes to town, and men like me come around. My dad said shoot. Oh, my dad said shoot. When trouble comes to town, and men like me come around. My dad said shoot. Oh, my daddy said shoot. My apartment, I feel this cold inside me. It howls a wail through the market. It calls a name. Oh, your apartment. I write for fear of silence. You carved a wall to stop my shadow. Now I walk alone. Oh, alright. I hit the sidewalk. After leaving your apartment, I hear the to keep you dreaming. You understood. Oh, I know you understood. Yes, sir, it shows I was no good. Oh, alright, alright. I hit the sidewalk and hiding a window when things are falling apart. Sooner or later, this is bound to stop. On that saber, what we're After leaving your apartment, I hear the calls.
So, I hope you liked that song. Sorry.
We loved it.
Song. Still nervous. You know what? There's a thing that we musicians do when we get nervous, and that's warm-ups, tongue twisters, those kinds of things. So I think we should get somebody up here to do that all together. Irvin, you seem to be standing a little bit more forward than the rest of the group. Would you like to take this?
Yeah, you know what? I got a little someone who can like help me out with this, Liv. Question. How do you like to prepare for a date?
I like to take a really long, really hot shower.
Thank you, Liv. Well, since I'm a dumb bitch, I have to practice talking, or else like I'm just gonna say the wrong thing. So yeah, tongue twisters are really good for that. You wanna try one? Yeah. So repeat after me. Mommy made me mash.
Mommy made me mash.
My M&M's.
My M&M's.
Oh, mommy made me mash my M&M's. She did.
Oh, mommy made me mash my M&M's. She did.
Okay. Pranav, you wanna do us the honors of giving us some milk?
Oh.
Alright, so we're gonna start on that pitch, and after each one, you go up a half step. Go up a half step after each one.
She'll catch on.
What's a half step?
So we'll see. Mommy made me mash my M&M. So mommy made me mash my M&M. She did. Mommy made me mash my M&M, so mommy made me mash my M&M. She did. Mommy made me mash my M&M, so mommy made me mash my M&M. She did. Mommy made me mash my M&M, so mommy made me mash my M&M. She did. Mommy made me mash my M&M, so mommy made me mash my M&M. She did. Mommy made me mash my since you already know I'm a dumb bitch, something else I like to do is count, because I don't know how to count. Trying to make sure I know like how many drinks I had, you know. So we like to do this weird counting thing. The other acapella people know it. So you guys want to help me out with that? We'll demonstrate it for you, and then you can. We'll kick it up a notch after that. Okay. Make it a little spicy. 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, you guys are nerds! They're all nerds. Hey. Alright, so to make it spicy, we're gonna separate you guys into like your sections. Yeah, and each section is gonna start at a different time, so it's gonna be weird. Let's get crazy up in this. Yeah. Okay.
So y'all are gonna be my section, but this side is so sparse. So just kind of going over here. This is my section. We're the best section. So. Okay, who's taking the middle section? Is that you? Okay, and then the middle gets urban because we know that's. Which one are we starting with? Okay, so the best side is going to start, right? So y'all gotta be loud because they're more than us, okay? But I can also be loud. Ready? I know. I will do it delicately. And intervals will divide accordingly. We will help you. Alright, ready? So, come in when your person cues you to come in, yes?
I'll jump.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 4, 5, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 6. Who's doing 6? Y'all some overachievers. Come on. Good job, guys. Now you're nicely warmed up for the rest of the stage.
Long, long time ago.
I look at all the lonely people. I look at all the lonely people. Eleanor Rigby picks up the rice in a church where a wedding is being. Lives in a dream, waits at the window, wearing a face that she keeps in a jar by the door. Who is it for? All the lonely people. Where do they all come from? All the lonely people. Where do they all belong? Father Mackenzie, writing the words of a sermon that no one will hear. No one comes here, look at him working on the socks in the night when there's nobody there. What does he care? All alone with people. Where do they all come from? All alone with people. Where do they all belong? I look at all the lonely people. I look at all the lonely people. Eleanor Rigby died in a church and was buried along with her name. Nobody came. Father Mackenzie wiping the dirt from his hands as he walks from the grave. No one was saved.
So, you know, I gave you guys a whole, 30 seconds to tell me about yourselves, so enough. Now it's time for us to talk about ourselves even more than we already have.
I want that.
If this were a real date, you would definitely take it as a red flag that we are really hogging this one. Literally, the spotlight's on us. All right, so, yes, it is a real date. I'm sorry, I misspoke. So we're going to do a little game of 2 truths and a lie. But we're gonna put a little twist on it. Can our first 3 people come up?
Yeah.
So each of these people is gonna tell you a little snippet of a story. One of them is not true. So after all 3 of them are done speaking, I'm gonna ask you guys which one is lying. All right. So Liv, what's your little story?
I got a perfect score on the math portion of my SAT.
Woo! Woo!
Okay. When I was 4 years old, I found a 30-foot snake in my mom's bedroom.
Yeah, you did.
Oh no! Not like this!
Not ready.
When I was 6, I dislocated my shoulder and gave myself a concussion from grating cheese.
Yeah, you did.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let me ask you which one's lying. Is it Liv?
Yeah.
Is it Irvin?
Yeah!
Or is it Emily? All right, everybody says Irvin. What's the verdict?
I actually missed one on my math portion.
And she only got into UCSB, the #5 public university in the country. Irvin, could you tell me a little bit more about that story?
Well, I used to live in Ivory Coast with my parents, and like I was just walking into my mom's bedroom. There was a huge ass snake on the bed. And I was like, "Oh, mom!" And it took them like all day to kill it, but yeah, we killed the snake. Yeah.
Snakes everywhere!
Believe it or not, it is possible to take injury from grating cheese. We're making enchiladas, you know, as you do. And I was on cheese duty. I was grating it, right? And I cut my finger. I don't do well with blood. I went to go put my finger in the sink, and my grandma's asking me, "You good? You good?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm smacked back, tile floor, concussion, shoulder blade out of its place. Oh. Still one of my proudest moments.
6-year-old on cheese grating. All right, 3 more people? How about it? This is off the cuff. Let's just 3 random more people. Oh, we haven't practiced any of this. It's like Pitch Perfect. We just make up the songs as we go. Hey. What's your little thing?
I ruined a joke in front of my entire high school.
I'm a potato farmer.
This man's insane!
I once stole a horse in Costa Rica.
The 90s. We've all been there. Actually, no. Not even everybody on this stage has been in the 90s. Sorry, that's rough. So let's see. Was it Caleb?
Yeah!
Was it Caleb? Or was it KT? Everybody says Caleb. Not you, Caleb, but Caleb.
No, the other.
I'm actually a jujube farmer.
You could tell. You all saw it in his eyes. All right.
That's all I'm gonna say on that.
Alright, it's a little bit of short story time. We had announcements at my high school, and I was in charge of doing that on Mondays. And I went in with this guy, Benson, and at the end of the announcements, we had a joke of the day. And they were dumb ones like, "What's red and bad for your teeth?" Alright, thank you. Okay. So things like that. Things that were generally just awful. And I had a really funny joke that I came in with one day. The joke is, what is the key to comedy? And then you wait a bunch of time, and then someone goes, "Timing," and it's funny, right? Yeah. And so I thought it'd be cool if on the announcements I did that joke. So what I did was I picked up the announcements, read everything on the sheet, and then I said, "Now for your joke of the day. What's the key to comedy?" And I hung up the phone, and I said, "This is gonna be great." And so me and Benson stood there and went, 1, 2, all the way up to 8. We pick up the phone, #0, hear that beep. And eager as ever, I looked at the phone and said, "Comedy." I mean timing. And then I hung up the phone.
Comedy gold! Comedy
Do not believe your eyes. Too high and fly. Think of the world as I've never seen. Yeah, fill the open air. Teardrops everywhere. Me through, I will stare.
I like to make myself believe planet Earth turns slowly. Some say that I'd rather stay away. awake when I'm asleep, because my dreams are never as it seems.
Cause I feel like such an insomniac. Why do I tire of counting sheep? But I'm far too tired to fall asleep.
When you say like that
Oh, me again? This is kind of my thing. If you haven't been to an intervals concert before, sit. I can't see who's that's for, but it's very sweet of you. The lights are very bright. So we're going to tell you even more about ourselves. This time, we're going to talk about dates gone wrong. Because sometimes that can happen. This one's really good, trust me on that. Yelp us. That's not a thing, just follow us on Instagram. Who has stories here about bad dates or encounters of that particular kind? Oh, Liv.
Yes, Liv, this is a great one here. So, this guy invited me out to go out with him on his 21st birthday, and by the time I got to the restaurant, he was already so drunk that he actually ended up throwing up on me. No. And then I had to drive him home.
You're a saint.
See, my fun, it's not a date, first encounter, I guess. I was just walking down the road, as one does, and the bus stops, and all these people get off, and they all pass me. But I apparently caught one of them's eyes, because he turns around and comes all the way back to me, and he comes, and he's like, oh, hey, you know, I'm sorry, you're just so beautiful. Really sweet, right? And he's like, so, where are you going? What are you up to? A little less sweet, kind of creepy. And I was just like, oh, I'm going to go get some In-N-Out with my friends. Actually, Spencer was one of them. And he just...
all this happening.
Yeah.
He just... in the car, and I was like...
He just stops after I say In-N-Out. He goes, burgers?
Oh, no.
You shouldn't eat burgers.
Oh, no.
And I was like, oh. And then this lovely gentleman has the audacity to say, we should go sometime. I've never been. The two of us should go. And that was when I was like, bye. And got in the car and we sped off. And I enjoyed my burger. Thank you.
Oh no. So, this is kind of like that first date, but like date as in the person that I dated. Okay. So it was in middle school. It was 8th grade. You know, like middle school. It's not funny. You know how in middle school, you know how your hormones are here, but your self-esteem's here. So you were like, oh, okay. Can you tell? I wanted to know how she thought I looked. So I was like, hey. Do you think I'm cute? Just earnestly, because I was like, she'll say yes.
You're cute, Caleb.
Yeah, you're cute, Caleb.
And we're just walking along. I'm like, hey, do you think I'm cute? And she goes, you're nice. Rip City. Sorry, and I was like, nah, it's cool. And then we dated for 4 more months.
We've got a surprise for you, because she's actually here tonight. I've got one last one. This was the first ever Tinder date I went on. Yeah, that's right, Dad. That happened in freshman year. None of them went anywhere, but this one went the most nowhere. So, this is always a good sign. One of the first things she told me about herself is that she had recently taken a psych class. So she was intelligent. And so I was making a lot of jokes. I don't know if you can tell, but that's kind of my thing. I was just making jokes the entire time, and we were walking along, and after I told a joke and just got no response, she went, your jokes are actually like a defense mechanism for your anxiety. What are you nervous about? And then that lasted about 2 more minutes before I was home. So there's my story.
Yeah. I love you,
Please enjoy the
Spencer.
rest of the concert.
Girl, I've been all over the world looking for you.
taking what I think I deserve, and you're overdue. Listen, you can hear me through the radio, in that bright white noise. Listen in my life, what I've been dreaming of. You'll be that girl, you'll be that girl.
I live for the applause,
Yeah!
the applause, applause, the applause, applause, the way that you choose. The applause, applause, applause. Give me that feeling I love. So put your hands on me, 'cause I give me that feeling I love. So put your hands on me, 'cause make it real loud. Put your hands on me, 'cause make it real loud. Put your hands on me, 'cause
I've overheard your theory, nostalgia's for keys. I guess, sir, if you say so, some of us just like to read. 1 second I'm a coons, then suddenly the coons is me. Pop culture wasn't art, now it's in pop culture and me.
everything you want, so let me get out there. I'm the baddest baby in the atmosphere. So we can do just what you like.
You make me feel good, na 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 na. You make me feel good, na na na. You make me feel good, na 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 na. You make me feel good, na 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 na. You make me feel good. Put your hands up, put your hands up.
Let the lights drop, let the lights drop.
Make my world stop, make my world stop. I live for the applause, applause, applause. I live for the applause, applause. Live for the applause, applause. Live for the way that you cheer and you make me feel good.
Give me that feeling I love. Put your hands on me, 'cause give me that feeling I love. Put your hands on me, 'cause
You make me feel good. You make me feel good. TV, okay.
Lately I've been restlessly dreaming about the things that we could be. But baby, I've been praying hard. Said no more counting dollars, we'll be counting stars. Yeah, we'll be counting stars. I see this life like a swinging vine, swing my heart across the line, and in my face is flashing signs. See it out there, you shall find old, but I'm not that old, young, but I'm not that bold, and I don't think the world is sold. I'm just doing what we're told. I feel something so right, I'm doing the wrong thing, and I feel something so wrong, doing the right thing. I could lie, everything that kills me makes me feel alive. About the things that we could be, but baby, I've been praying hard. Say no more counting dollars, we'll be counting stars. Yeah. I feel the love, and I feel it burn down this river, every turn. Hope is a four-letter word, make that money, watch it burn. Oh, but I'm not that old, young, but I'm not that bold. I don't think the world is sold, I'm just doing what we're told.
I feel something so wrong, I'm doing the right thing.
I could lie, everything that drowns me makes me wanna fly.
I'm not actually doing this solo, sorry. Sorry for getting you all hyped up for me. But this is actually going to be our last song of the night. No! It's a big bummer. And you know what? I pointed this out earlier. I feel like this date was a little bit one-sided. No! I hope you go on several more dates with this entire a cappella group of people. But I understand that it might not have been the most romantic evening on your part. So I think we're gonna turn that around. You know how you sometimes like throw roses onto the stage at the end of a big show or something? We're gonna do the inverse. Could you guys just, yeah, there we go. Yeah, okay, cool. All right. Are we all good? Are we all good? They all came from Jordan's back, which is really weird, but it's convenient for this. Oh. You just have to sing. All right, toss them out. Everybody gets a rose. And by everybody, I mean
I didn't get a rose.
thank you all for coming out. I want to thank our sound guy, David. I want to thank our lighting guy, David. And I want to thank all of our openers. I want to thank Brogan and Malika for running the tickets. I want to thank all of you for coming out. Please follow us on Instagram. I work really hard on that. We love you. And we'll play you out with one last song.
Dirty secrets that I keep, does he know it's killing me? He knows, he knows, he knows. That I have to touch me, I will tell him where I am. He knows, he knows, he knows.
It's tearing me apart. I'm hanging on to all the words she used to say. Pictures on her phone. She's not coming home.
Coming home, coming home.
I know what you did last summer. Just lie to me, there's no other. I know what you did last summer. Tell me where you've been. I know what you did last summer. Look me in the eyes, my lover. I know what you did last summer. Tell me where you've been.
I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know.
No, 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 no.
I didn't mean to know, I didn't mean to know.
Can't seem to let you go. Can't seem to hold you close. I know. When she looks me in the eyes, they don't seem as bright. No more, no more. I know that she loved me at one time. When I promised her that night, crossed my heart and hoped to die. It's tearing me apart. She's slipping away. Am I just hanging on to all the words she used to say? Pictures on her phone. She's not coming home. Ooh, nah, nah, nah. I know what you did last summer. Just lie to me, there's no other. I know what you did last summer. Tell me where you've been. I know what you did last summer. Look me in the eyes, my lover. I know what you did last summer. Tell me where you've been. I know, no, 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 I know, no, no. I know, no, 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 I know, no, no. Can't seem to let you go. Can't seem to keep you close. Can't seem to let you go. Can't seem to keep you close.
Didn't mean it though.
Tell me where you've been lately. Tell me where you've been lately.
Hold me close.
Tell me where you've been lately. Tell me where you've been lately.
Let me go.